Hi guys, Bran here, and today I wanted to talk to you about an argument that I've been seeing lately, and have been seeing for a long time since I've been in part of the Dead by Daylight world, that I think is a very, very bad argument, and it's one that's usually used to condescend to people, so I kind of want to poke holes in it and show you how it's kind of not a good argument to have, how it's kind of dumb, and to not listen to people who say this to you. Before we get started with the video, remember, if you like these little commentary videos, you like these rants, there's a way to actually like it, like down here with that big thumb thing, so that would be really cool if you like, you know, what I do. Also, there's this little weird thing that shows up sometimes. I mean, sometimes it's an every time that I make a video, and that's my Twitch, so if you want to hang out with me more than just on the YouTube zone, that's what that's there for. That's what it's trying to let you know. So yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so the argument that I hear that I hate the most when people are trying to be super pro behavior and super duper positive with a smile on their face is that you're not allowed to comment on behavior or behavior products because you do not code. You can't be upset with anything in Dead by Daylight because you don't know how to code a video game, so therefore you are not allowed to complain. This fundamentally makes no sense. This fundamentally makes zero sense, and here's why. So I used to teach economics. I taught a whole economics course. It's very, very cool. It's a thing that we're getting the deepest brand lore going here, but I taught a full course in economics. The whole point of a company is to make a product that impresses the consumer, which is us, people who buy the game, who buy behaviors products. We buy those products because it's a way of showing that we want those goods. They make a good that we desire, and we give them our currency to say, hey, this is worth this money. So thank you for making a good thing. I'm going to buy this to show you that I want this. That is the relationship that you have to Behavior Interactive. You're not their friend. You're not their buddy. I don't even care if you're a fog whisperer. You're still not their friend. You're still not their buddy. You are a consumer of their products. That is what we are. Consumers have a right and retain their right to criticize, to review, and to have opinions on the products they purchase, because that then, in lieu, affects what it's worth in the currency. That is how this works. This is how it works with literally everything, every good in the market. This is how this goes. You know, rudimentarily, in a general sense, company makes product. If the product is good, people buy it. If it doesn't, people don't buy it, and they spread word of mouth to not buy it. This is how the rest of the world works. I don't know if you didn't pay attention in social studies, but this is literally how this stuff works. If you've never taken an economics class, this is normal. And people act accosted and like freaked out. It's like, well, you don't know how to code, so why are you even saying anything? Because you don't have to have intimate understanding of how a product is made to gain satisfaction or to not derive satisfaction from a product. You don't have to have intimate knowledge on how a product is produced or made in order to intake it. That makes zero sense, and nothing else in this world works that way. Literally nothing else in this world works that way. You do not have to have intimate knowledge of your product to purchase your product and to enjoy your product or to not enjoy your product. It does not work that way. This one baffles me so much because if this was like an indie developer, right? If this was Behavior is technically an indie developer, but if this was like somebody on itch.io and it was like their second game, like, yeah, I would understand that this would be kind of like an overreaction, right? Like we'd be freaking out a little too much, right? Like I get that. I would understand if that was the case. But in the time that I've played this game for over a year, Dead by Daylight has always been top 10 games on Steam. Top 10 games on all of Steam for almost the entire time that I have played this game. It slipped to like 12 or 14, top 12 or 14 sometimes, but it usually hovers around the top 10 most played games on Steam in the entire time that I've played this game. They're not the underdogs, guys. They're the Dynasty. They're not the underdogs. They're the Dynasty. They aren't your hometown heroes, bud. They're a company that is making a product, and that product is going to you. That is what the relationship is. And just because they have a social media Twitter and they have an Instagram and they have all this stuff, just because they have a Twitter does not mean that they're suddenly like the friendly gaming company next door. No, they're a company at the end of the day, and the only thing they want at the end of the day is money, and that's it. So that's why people are critical, because if you don't like the product, that's what they care about, because they want to make money. So if you're not telling other people to purchase the product through word of mouth, then they're going to lose money. And if you think that there's anything deeper than that between your relationship with Behavior Interactive, you need to reevaluate. If you think that you need to know how to code to be able to intake a product from a company, if you think you need to know how to build or make any product that is serviced by a company, that is given to you through, the trade of currency and all that wonderful stuff, if you think you need to know how to take hand in producing every single good that you purchase in order to have a positive or negative opinion about it, you have a very, very, very rudimentary, you have a very, very poor understanding of how the world works. And there's, I wish it didn't have to come off that mean, but you literally just don't get how the fucking world works. You just don't fucking get it. And you are being stupid. I literally can't put it in any, I can't put it any nicer than that. You just don't get it. You are so far off the mark, and you just don't have an understanding about how the world works. Or you do, and you're just trying to, brown nose. It's probably, the latter is probably it. You probably actually know better, and you're just trying to, brown nose the company. But if we're talking just in if people who are totally honest and actually fully believe this, TLDR, at the end of the day, Behavior is a company, and the company makes products, and we decide whether we want those products or not, and we do that with our money. We vote with our money on that. So if we don't like something, we can, through word of mouth, say, don't purchase that product. Or we can say that product is good, and we can tell our friends to buy that. That's how this works. This is how the rest of the world works, okay? So, I don't know what else to say. This one's been pretty vicious, but yeah. I get tired of saying that one, because it's just, like I said, it's just dumb. It shows people just not understanding how the world works. So, yeah. Hopefully you understand now why that argument's dumb, and I hope you have a good rest of your day, friend. If I don't see you in the next YouTube video or in the Twitch zone, I will see you when I see you, friends. Goodbye.